Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for tonight's NBA slate on Tuesday, January the 23rd. We've got a smaller slate tonight. It's only 5 games, so there's not going to be a ton of props to love, and at the time I'm making this video, we don't have all the games on the board yet. 3 of the 5 games are posted. We don't have props up yet for the Lakers-Clippers game, and then I think there's one more game where there's no props up yet, but we got 3 of the 5 games posted. I did find 2 early props that I did like for this Tuesday slate, so we're going to talk through each one of these 2 plays. We're going to share why I like them. Before we do get started though, as always, if you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, if they do help you out, make sure you hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet, and if you guys are new to Prizepicks and if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, you can sign up linked down below in the description, or just use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up for Prizepicks, and you will get your first deposit matched up to $100. Also want to shout out Sleeper. We do have a partnership with Sleeper as well, and if you guys don't have an account over on Sleeper, you can sign up for Sleeper, make a deposit, and use that promo code NOAH. You'll get your first deposit matched up to $500 over on Sleeper. Now, if you don't know what Sleeper is, they are an app similar to Prizepicks. They're similar to a lot of the DFS pick'em apps you see around the industry. You're betting on player props. You're taking over, under, more or less on player projections. You have to make at least a 2-pick entry on Sleeper, but you can make up to an 8-pick entry. You can win up to 100x your money. If you guys want to check them out, again, sign up, use that promo code NOAH, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $500 over on Sleeper. But before we talk through the 2 picks that I do like for this Tuesday slate, guys, I want to recap the plays that we gave out in Monday's video. So we gave out 3 picks in Monday's video. We hit 2 out of the 3 picks, so it wasn't a horrible day. Obviously, I would have liked to have hit all 3 picks, but we hit 2 of the 3 picks we gave out in Monday's video. Hit the over on Trey Jones, over 20.5 PRA. That play hit for us. We also took the over on Emmanuel Quickly, over 5.5 assists. That play cashed, but unfortunately, we took the over on Domantas Sabonis. I think his points prop was 20.5, over 20.5 points for Sabonis. And he had, go figure, he had one of his worst scoring games the entire month of January. I mean, Sabonis been on a scoring tear lately, but only had, I think, 12 or 13 points against the Hawks on Monday. Came up short of his points prop. Harrison Barnes, I think, went for like over 30 points. Go figure. Harrison Barnes goes for over 30 points when I'm the day I take Sabonis over points. But that was obviously annoying. We did hit 2 of the 3 plays though that we gave out in Monday's video, so hopefully you guys were still able to make some money. Let's talk through the 2 picks though that I do like for Tuesday's slate. So the first play we're going to take a look at is going to be a first half prop. If you don't know what first half is on Prizepicks, you can go to the NBA 1H sports section, like the NBA 1H tab, and this is basically first half. So you can what Prizepicks does is they cut a player's projection pretty much in half, and then you can take over or under on a player to go over or under their projection in the first half. Well, for this slate, there's a first half prop I do like. I like the over on 5.5 points in the first half for DeAndre Ayton. So this is a game that has a ton of blowout risks between the Blazers and the Thunder. The Thunder are playing at home here. They're favored by, I think, 14.5. So there is definitely a chance that this game is not competitive in the fourth quarter. There's definitely a chance you see a lot of the starters not play in the fourth quarter of this game. Well, in the first half, you're going to get pretty much normal minutes for guys barring foul trouble. Like, as long as DeAndre Ayton stays out of foul trouble, he's going to play 15, 16 minutes in the first half, probably, around that number, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. It depends on, his rotations and stuff like that. But typically, Ayton plays at least, 14, 15 minutes in the first half. I mean, he's played at least 15 minutes, and I think like almost all of his basically like his last 10 games, he's played at least 15 minutes in the first half, and almost all of them except a couple. Last game against the Lakers, he did go under this first half points prop, but he wasn't foul trouble last game. He picked up some quick fouls against Anthony Davis. He had 3 fouls in the first half, only played 10 minutes. So like I said, barring foul trouble, you're going to get 14, 15 minutes from Ayton in the first half. And it doesn't matter what the score is. If the Blazers are losing by 30 at halftime, Ayton should still play his normal first half minutes. And he's been going over this first half points prop very consistently. Over his last 15 games, he's gone over this prop in 13 out of 15 games. And the 2 games he went under, last game against the Lakers where he got in foul trouble, and then there was one game against the Jazz where he played 15 minutes in the first half, only had 4 points. But man, like 5.5 points, I mean, 6 points, that's not hard for DeAndre Ayton to get. That's literally 3 buckets. He can easily get 3 buckets in the first half, playing his normal 14, 15 minutes. I don't think the matchup's like great for Ayton. The Thunder have done a really good job limiting points in the paint this season. I think they're giving up the second fewest points in the paint. So I don't like the matchup a ton here, but I definitely feel like this line's just too low, especially for the first half. You could look at his full game points prop. That is currently set at 11.5. But again, I'm just worried about, the blowout there. If Ayton, he might not even get any fourth quarter minutes depending on what the score is. So that's why I like the first half points more. And Ayton seems to do, he seems to do pretty well in the first half compared to like the full game. You look at what he's done in the first half lately. He's been going over this points prop very consistently. So I do like more than 5.5 points in the first half for DeAndre Ayton as our first play for today. And then the other play that I like to pair with that, we're going to look at another points prop. This time we're going to look at a full game points prop. And we're going to look at Brandon Ingram, 19.5 points. And I like the over here for Ingram as well. So Ingram, he has been in a little bit of a slump lately, but he seems to kind of be getting things back together. Had 17 points last game against Phoenix. He did, I believe, lose some minutes in that game because that game was a blowout, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to pull up the rotations just to confirm, but pretty sure last game he was subbed out early. Let's see. Yeah, so the final score, Phoenix won by 14. It looks like Ingram did sub out with about 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It looks like all the starters subbed out. Ingram subbed out, Zion, Herb Jones, McCollum. So all the starters got subbed out with about 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter last game. Ingram still played pretty big minutes. He played 33 minutes last game, even while sitting the final 4 minutes. I don't know if we're going to see Ingram play 37 minutes, every night like he would have last game had the game been competitive. But most nights you're going to see Ingram play, 33, 34 minutes, sometimes more than that. This game against the Jazz, it should be competitive. Right now the spread in this game is 6.5. The Jazz, they've been playing really well lately. I think they were on a crazy winning streak. I think they've lost their last few games, but the Jazz have been playing well. They've been, keeping games competitive even against good teams. So I think this game will be competitive, and we should see Brandon Ingram play his full 34, 35 minutes. And when we're getting full 34, 35 minutes from Brandon Ingram, I would bank on him going over this points prop more times than not. If you look at games this season where he's played at least 32 minutes, he's gone over this line in 15 out of 23 games. And then if you numb that down and look at games where he's played at least 34 minutes, he's gone over this line in all but 3 games this season, playing at least 34 minutes. And 2 of the 3 games that he did go under, where he didn't get 20 points, he had 19 points. So there was 2 games where he lost by the hook, and then there was 1 game against Philly where he did play 35 minutes, only had 15 points. But Ingram this season, he's had a really good role, even playing alongside Zion and CJ McCollum and Jonas Valanciunas. Like, Ingram has still had pretty good usage. He's had pretty good shot volume. Like, over his last few games, I mean, he's still been taking a good amount of shots. He took 11 shots last game against Phoenix, 19 against Charlotte, 14 against Dallas. Like, he has had some poor shooting games. Like, the game against Dallas, I remember that game because I took an over on Ingram's fantasy score that day, and he shot 3 for 14 from the field. Like, all of his points in that game came from the free throw line. But the shooting efficiency has started to get better for Ingram as of late. The minutes are also still very high. I think the matchup here against Utah is favorable. This is a matchup that Ingram has had a lot of success in this season. These teams have already played 3 times this season, and in those 3 games against Utah, Ingram did have 26, 26, and 25 points. So he is over this line in all 3 of his games against the Jazz this season. And then if you look at sportsbook odds, right now on Pinnacle, they have the over pretty heavily favored here for Brandon Ingram. Over 19.5 points is minus 128 on Pinnacle. And then if you look at DK Sportsbook right now, DK Sportsbook, they actually have their line on Brandon Ingram's points prop set at 20.5. So I think that we're going to see this play get bumped. I do like this play quite a bit. If this game's competitive and we get 34, 35 minutes from Brandon Ingram, I think he's got a pretty good chance of scoring 20 points. He's been able to score 20 points in most of the games this season where he's played his full minutes. So these are the 2 props, guys, that I do like for Tuesday's NBA slate. DeAndre Ayton, more than 5.5 points in the first half, and Brandon Ingram, more than 19.5 points. If you guys are going to tell me on these 2 picks, let's hopefully cash out today, hit both these plays, and make some money on this Tuesday slate. As always, I do appreciate you guys watching this video, supporting Prizepicks content. Make sure you guys hit that like button down below if you did enjoy. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys, again, don't have an account over on Prizepicks, be sure to sign up for Prizepicks. Use that promo code NOAH. linked down below in the description, or just type that code in when you do sign up, and you will get your first deposit matched up to $100 when you sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code. But that's all that I got for tonight, guys. Good luck on the slate. Thanks as always for watching the videos and supporting the content. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.